Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another podcast with Vorten Fett and Gustav. I'm Vorten Fett.
And I'm Gustav SWBF.
And we have a special guest today. His name is Stu Dog.
Hey guys, it's Stu Dog.
And we'll go ahead and start this off. Stu Dog, go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about your channel for the people that don't already know who you are.
So on YouTube, I make cinematic videos and trailers around Star Wars and Battlefront in general.
Yeah, he makes some pretty awesome cinematics. The link will be in the description if you guys want to check it out. So we'll go ahead and get on with the Last Jedi podcast. So Gustav, you have any predictions about the Last Jedi?
Yeah, I think it will be much better than Force Awakens. I have pretty high expectations because if you look at this as the middle movie of the new trilogy, like Empire Strikes Back, I hope it will be close to as good as Empire Strikes Back was in the original trilogy. So yeah, I have pretty big expectations.
Right. Yeah, I think Rian Johnson's definitely going to try something different since people didn't really particularly like the Force Awakens and how similar it was to New Hope. Do you have any predictions on the movie, Stu Dog?
I'm not really sure on predictions just yet, but I was just gonna agree with Gustav that I think it's gonna be way better than The Force Awakens because that was the first movie of the new trilogy. They had to play it a bit safe, so they kind of, they had to kind of follow the New Hope storyline a bit. But Rian Johnson looks like he's made a really creative film, and I'm excited to see what stuff he has planned. Yeah,
and the fact that Disney is giving him a whole new trilogy to write with really says he did something really good.
It's going to be good if they just give him a whole trilogy.
Yeah,
I have a big trust in him.
Yeah, that's definitely a good sign. When I saw that they were giving him a whole trilogy, I was like, well, now I'm really excited about The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And who do you guys think Rey is? Because there's a lot of theories on Rey. Do you guys have any predictions on who you think Rey actually is?
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to go first? Okay, yeah. I think just based on the fact of how powerful she is, I think she's like Anakin, that she's born from the Force. I've thought that since the Force Awakens came out.
Yeah,
she's I don't know who her mother is. That's still to find out.
That's been kind of my theory, that she's kind of like a Anakin born from the Force. I don't think she's any related to any particular person that we've known in the past. What do you think, Gustav?
Yeah, I've had the same theory before, but I've changed my mind a bit since the trailers and stuff. I actually think she's a Palpatine.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
It would be so cool if she was, if she maybe turns. We were going to talk about that later, but I don't think she's a Kenobi, because that would be too weird. So yeah, I don't know. I just have the feeling, and you can see in the trailer when she ignites the lightsaber, Palpatine scream. You can hear it.
Yeah, that I was actually gonna say, does nobody think she's a Palpatine? There are a lot of like good theories on her being a Palpatine, and also Adam Driver in one of the interviews did call her a princess, like she was royalty. Which,
maybe from Naboo or something.
Yeah, somebody from Naboo, which could be linked to Palpatine.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a possibility. So who do you guys think Snoke is, or what is his role / purpose in The Last Jedi?
Yeah, at first, after The Force Awakens, I had my heart set on Plagueis, that he was Plagueis, but as time's gone on, I just think he's a new character that we haven't seen before, really. Yeah, I'm just excited to see more about him.
Do you think he's gonna play more of a role that Palpatine played, kind of the
definitely
Emperor?
Like the guy on the throne, it's calling the shots.
Right. What would you say, Gustav?
Yeah, I agree. The figure in the background, the looming figure in the background, like Palpatine was. But I think he's like an ancient, I don't know, being or Sith. I don't know, because clearly he's really damaged and probably he's really old as well. So, but I agree with Stu. I wanted him to be Plagueis before, but it's debunked pretty hard. So yeah, I don't know. It was also talked about he can be Darth Knight. What's it called? Nihilus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really wanted him to be Plagueis, and because Plagueis, worked on his whole purpose was, manipulating midi-chlorians to, basically live forever.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping that.
So it was quite a while ago, but I heard that Snoke is 1,000 years old. So
Right.
I'm not sure if that's confirmed or not, though.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily confirmed, but it's very, very possible. He does look like he is pretty old and decrepit.
Yeah.
I feel like if he was Plagueis, though, that would just bring all the trilogies together,
Yeah, it would close the chapter really good with all the trilogies.
So if he was Plagueis, would you guys actually enjoy that he was?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that would. I think it would be pretty awesome.
Wouldn't like that. They're just like, oh, not everything has to be connected. It's like, yeah, but it would be cool though, wouldn't it?
Right. Yeah. I think it would be pretty awesome. And recently there's been some news dropping with the new lightsaber colors. Snoke having a black crystal ring, and also the possibility of maybe Luke turning a crystal into like a pure crystal and having kind of like a gray Jedi. What do you guys think on that?
Yeah.
A white one, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I heard that yesterday, and I made a video about it because it says in the I don't know which magazine it was, but Ryan Johnson said it was a new color / hue. So I hope it's Snoke that has a black lightsaber or something. But
wait, that's confirmed that there's a new color.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
Yeah, he stated in a magazine that there's going to be a new. He said hue. He didn't even say color, which is the same thing. But yeah, he said there's a new hue lightsaber for the last.
That could be the same color then, just like slightly altered.
Right, but the fact that he says hue too, technically the color black is a shade, not a color.
Yeah.
So I do want Snoke to have kind of like a black lightsaber. I think that'd be pretty sick looking.
Yeah, I don't feel like Snoke uses a lightsaber though, because didn't the actor, he said Snoke is more powerful than Palpatine, and Palpatine didn't feel the need to use one.
Right. Yeah.
So I doubt Snoke would need one.
That's a really good point, actually.
Yeah, he definitely. I don't think we'll ever see a lightsaber. I think that's kind of why he just wears the crystal as a ring instead of actually having it in a lightsaber. I don't think we'll actually ever see him wielding.
No,
it'll be interesting to see Luke with a white crystal though. Cause remember, Ahsoka, she was a grey Jedi,
right?
And she had one as well.
I think that I think that'd be pretty awesome. Plus, we've seen a lot of stuff, with Luke being on both the evil side and the good side posters. So I think we could see possibly him wield a white lightsaber.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would prefer a green one though, just to just for that nostalgia.
Yeah.
And also, Ryan Johnson has confirmed that there's going to be a love story. Who do you guys think? Do you think it could be a Rey Finn love story, or who do you guys think?
He said, Ryan Johnson said in an interview that it's going to be a love story, but in a different way than the Han and Leia one. So I don't know if he means a gay story or what he means.
You think
I don't
Finn
know.
And Poe?
No, I don't think so. I heard some rumors about Laura Dern's character, maybe, and Poe.
No way.
Some screwed relationship.
She's 30 years older than me.
Yeah, I know, but they're circling some rumors.
Yeah.
I don't know if it could be Finn and Rose. I doubt it. I think it's definitely going to be Reylo or something around it, something like that from what I've seen in the trailers.
Yeah, too generic.
The only thing I mean, if Rey becomes a Jedi with how the Jedi Order is, she wouldn't be able to technically have a relationship. So that's also another interesting thing.
But then it's time for the Jedi to end. So he's probably changed a lot of rules since he's the only one left. He can do what he wants.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Luke didn't like the Jedi anymore, because they were so strict and they couldn't have feelings to other people, have relationships. He thought that was wrong. So maybe that's why he want to change it.
And since we're on the topic of it's time for the Jedi to end, what do you guys think that actually? What do you think he means by that?
I think he wants to start a new order. I don't think he Yeah, he just wants to start a new order, a new set of rules or something like that.
You don't think he's gonna? He means by like he wants the Jedi to die and he's turning to the dark side.
I didn't turn dark side. I just think he doesn't agree with the set of rules that they have. He wants to like come up with something in the middle. I think he's definitely a Grey Jedi, definitely.
Yeah, he seems like he's definitely turning as a Grey Jedi. What do you think, Gustav?
Yeah, but like I said before, there was some big problems with the Jedi in the prequel era. They were so strict; they couldn't use anything from the dark side, just the light side, and that made them a bit too weak. I think they need to reach out more, like Luke says in the trailer. Reach out. I think you need to use both the dark and the light side to really know how the Force works.
Right.
Yeah, if you think about it as well, their strictness is kind of their downfall as well. Because
exactly. Yeah,
they're really strict with Anakin when he was like telling Yoda about, oh, someone I know, I've seen a vision of them dying. It's like he just told him to let go and not like how to save him.
Yeah, I've always seen that like as a weakness to have both sides.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about the similarities of the Empire and the First Order?
I don't know. I feel like the First Order is just like the Empire with updated vehicles, basically, and just like bigger and better.
Right.
Whereas than the new Walkers.
What do you think, Gustav?
Yeah, it really seems in that way like they have bigger walkers and they have a looming pressure in the background, exactly like Palpatine.
They have officers and troopers as well. It's like the same rank and everything.
Yeah.
Do you think they're the same, like really similar because of Kylo Ren and his like obsession with Darth Vader? Is that why you think the First Order is so similar to the Empire?
I don't think so. I think didn't they have like old like ex-Imperials working for them? They kind of like built them back up in the shadows, just like while the new Republic or whatever were just like ruling.
Right.
Like the Empire, it was basically Empire like 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Empire on steroids, pretty much, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and what do you guys do you think Kylo Ren is going to turn, or Rey is going to turn, or either of them are going to turn sides?
I think they're both gonna walk along the line of Kylo's gonna go along the light a bit, Rey's gonna go a bit dark, but I don't think either of them are gonna fully turn in this movie. I think in the next movie Kylo will turn, but Rey won't. That's what I think.
That's actually my theory. I think Kylo for sure will, because they kind of set it up that way in The Force Awakens and stuff. So I really think Kylo will be turning, but I don't think Rey will. What do you think, Gustav?
Yeah, I agree. And in interviews, both Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley has said like they're both the same, just different side of the coin. So like Stu Dog said, Rey is going on the dark line and Kylo on the light one. So, but I don't think they're gonna turn in this movie. I just think they're gonna be really close to each other and maybe have some moments, I don't know, where Kylo wants to turn, but he can't do it really full out.
Yeah, you also have that scene from one of the trailers where it looks like Snoke is torturing Rey. Do you think that's going to be kind of like a close turning point in the movie?
Yeah, and we have seen some pictures as well that Kylo is actually present in there. So maybe that gives him a bit of clarity for a moment.
Kind of scares him maybe a little bit. Thinks maybe he made the wrong decision.
It's hard to see how they end up there, like in that position. Because I also heard a theory that was just a vision. Because remember in the first teaser trailer, like the first shot is just like Rey pantsing on Acto. So maybe that's her like afterwards. But I think it's real, personally.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting if it was just like a vision or something. And then, do you guys think there are any Sith right now or any other lightsabing wielder characters that we haven't seen yet?
I don't think so. No, they're probably dead by this point.
Right. Do you think there's any other kind of lightsabing wielder characters possibly in the movie that they haven't showed?
Knights of Ren, I don't think they wield lightsabers, but they could be pretty powerful. But I don't think there are any other lightsaber heroes really during this period.
Yeah. What do you think, Gustav?
Yeah, I don't know. We heard some rumors about DJ maybe being a Dark Jedi because of his name, stuff like that. But I don't think he is, because I think he's a new kind of a Han Solo character who is like a scumbag who tricks people and stuff like that. So
Right.
I think they need to have another lightsaber wielder.
Yeah, with what Ryan like I didn't think there was going to be another lightsaber wielding character until Ryan Johnson confirmed that there's a new color, and that almost tells me that there's a new lightsaber character out there that we haven't seen. It's kind of like a hint. So now I'm kind of thinking there is a new character that he might reveal in The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But
because if let's say if Kylo joins the light side and go to the light side, then Snoke would need another apprentice, a new one. So maybe he has one in his backpack.
I think it's got to be Luke though, because isn't it like the color is determined on like the personality of the wielder or something like that? That's how they determine the color. So if Luke's personality, if his personality changes like within the Force, wouldn't that change the color as well? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it should. With the new canon, that lightsabers change to your personality.
Yeah, but you also need to, if you have seen the new Vader comic, when he bleeds the kyber crystal to red, it's a process. You can't just take the lightsaber, and if you're a new person, you have a new color. You need to process it, take it out the kyber crystal, and fully meditate with it.
Yeah, Vader in one of the comics did turn a crystal. I can't remember what color it was, but he was the only character that we've ever seen turn a crystal in one of the comic books. And what do you guys think Leia's role is going to be in this movie, and how is she going to die, or is she going to die?
I honestly have no idea what they're going to do with her. Like, it'll be kind of sad, like, anyway she goes. If she's just like, I don't know if she's going to go off into the galaxy and do her own thing or whatever, and we're not going to see her in the next film, but I think they'd kill her off. I don't know. It would feel kind of disrespectful. I don't know. Yeah.
I feel like they could CGI her in the next movie, but I think they should kill her off, and I kind of think they're going to, but I'm really not sure how she's going to be killed off. What do you think, Gustav?
Not CGI, because they promised the fans in a press conference that they will never do that. So they will respect that. Yeah, I think they will respect that to Carrie Fisher and her family, and to all the fans. But it's a really tricky question, because they already filmed the whole episode 8. It's coming out now, of course. So they have to kill her off screen. They can't, right. Or maybe she's gonna live on in episode 9, like a looming character in the background, like Snoke. We don't see her.
Thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have filmed her already dying, and then, because like you said, they filmed the whole thing before she died. But they could have actually already planned to kill her off in the movie. So
yeah, but they said
she had a bigger role for the next film.
Oh, yeah. She did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wonder, in the trailer when we see Kylo just like let the past die, I wonder if like they have a shot of her and then like from outside the ship it getting blown off or something like that. Maybe they could do that.
It's possible. Do you think she's gonna have a big role in this movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty big, like bigger than the last film for sure, but.
Yeah, she didn't have none of the older characters really had that big of a role besides Han Solo.
Yeah.
I think she will have a bigger role than Luke Skywalker, actually, in this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I think this is like The Force Awakens is Han's film. This is Luke's film, and then Episode 9 was meant to be Leia's film. I don't know.
Oh.
It's a good theory.
That's just a theory.
It does seem to me. It does kind of seem like this is Luke's film, and he didn't have anything to do with the first one, really.
Exactly. He's got a lot of a lot he's missed out on.
Yeah.
Do you guys think this is going to be like the darkest Star Wars movie we've ever seen, or do you even think it's gonna be dark at all?
It will be dark. I don't know if it's gonna go Revenge of the Sith dark, but I think it will be quite a dark film. So it's got that I don't know what rating you have in America, if that's where you're from. It's like a 12A over here. So if you're 12 or under 12. But yeah, it was like that for Rogue One as well. Now it's pretty well, not really that dark, but a darker for Star Wars.
What do you think, Gustav? You think it's going to be a dark movie?
Yeah, what we've seen in the trailers, it's probably going to be a darker movie than The Force Awakens. But I don't think it's going to be, like Studog says, Revenge of the Sith dark.
Yeah, I think it's going to be slightly dark. I really, really want it to be a super dark Star Wars because I've always wanted a very, almost like, like I said, I don't know what your guys' ratings are, but like a rated R dark. But unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever see that because of Disney. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think it will be quite as Revenge of the Sith dark, but I think it will be darker than The Force Awakens. And,
definitely, yeah.
And to kind of conclude the questions here, what do you guys think this is going to be one of the best Star Wars movies that we, at least as far as like the prequels and sequels, do you guys think this might be one of the best ones we've had in a long time?
I think it actually could be the best.
Better than the originals?
It could be, yeah. Like the originals, like from a story perspective, were like fantastic. They're like perfect, but prefer Revenge of the Sith to the original trilogy, which I think personally Revenge of the Sith is a pretty like badly made film. I don't know about you guys, but so CGI definitely does like play a factor with Rian Johnson's creativity.
Yeah.
The technology we have now, I think it could be the best.
I agree. I think it will be it'll be close to Empire Strikes Back. I hope so, but I also think, because I have so much trust in Rian Johnson. If you have seen Looper, a great film he made, and he has his new trilogy coming out, so I think it's going to be really, really good.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited about this one. I wasn't super excited about The Force Awakens. I went in with very low expectations, and this one I'm actually going in with very high expectations and kind of hoping for almost one of the best Star Wars movies we've seen. Well, this is going to conclude this part of the podcast. We're going to move over to the questions from our Discords here.
So yeah, we'll come to the part now, guys, with viewer questions and Discord questions. So the first question we have from Crafts LOL, do you guys think The Last Jedi will make more money than The Force Awakens?
I personally do not think it will make as much money because, The Force Awakens was the film in 16 years, so everyone was like excited to see it. But I think the hype's kind of like died off a little bit, not too much, but like you can also see from like the amount of views the trailers are getting, because the Force Awakens teaser had like 100 million.
Yeah.
Official trailer for Last Jedi has like 38 or 39 million at the moment, I think. So yeah, it'll still make a lot, but not as much as before.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And also Disney's kind of ruined their hype a little bit by, oversaturating the market with everything Star Wars. So people are kind of, just be kind of like, oh, it's just Star Wars. So I think it will still make a shit ton of money, but I don't think it'll make more than The Force Awakens.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think The Force Awakens, it was a long time since a Star Wars movie came out, so the hype was really high. I know the hype is really high for this one as well, but it's not going to make that much money. Maybe 1.5 billion, I don't know.
It's not going to make
but
that much money.
How much did The Force Awakens make?
2.1 billion.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just like how you said, it's not going to make that much money, just 1.5 million. Or billion.
Yeah.
It's not that much.
Yeah, it's really much, but yeah, we have to see. And we have Crabslol again asking, do you think we'll get the origin of Chewbacca in the Han Solo movie? And if so, do you think we'll see Bossk? Since in Legends, Han saved Chewie from Bossk and they became buddies.
I hope so. I hope we see Chewbacca in the Solo movie and where he came from and kind of how they met. I don't know if it'll be quite an origin story of Chewbacca. But I will definitely 100% see him in at least the beginning of Han Solo and the Chewbacca's journey.
Yeah, I think it's confirmed like they're going to show how Han and Chewie met, but we won't get an origin because like we've already seen him in Revenge of the Sith as well. That's like earlier than a Han Solo film will have been, but yeah, it's about Han, not Chewie, so I don't think he'll go that deep into his backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
With Bossk as well, like it's from Legends, so I don't I don't think Disney are really like touching the Legends stuff anymore. So they'll probably keep Bosk out of it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see Bosk either.
No, I agree. Like they have confirmed that we will see Han Solo and Chewbacca how they met, but I don't want to see Chewbacca's family and stuff. I know we're gonna see them in the movie. I know we're gonna see them in the movie, but I was gonna think of the holiday Christmas special, and it's gonna be so cringy.
You don't want to see Chewbacca's sister?
No. Okay, next question from Crabslol. Do you think Episode 8 will end in a cliffhanger, or in a satisfying ending with a few questions unanswered?
I definitely think Episode 8 will end in some type of cliffhanger. I think we'll get some satisfying questions that are, answered, like maybe Rey's origins and who the hell Snoke is.
Yeah.
But I think they'll still leave us on a really good cliffhanger, making you, really want to wait for Episode 9.
Yeah, I agree. They've said that some questions will be answered a bit. They haven't said fully Rey's parentage, but I think we will know more about it. And Snoke, they have said that we don't gonna know everything in this movie, so I think they're gonna save that for Episode 9. But I think definitely the film will end in a really big cliffhanger. Okay, next questions from the Crabslol. Which character from all the movies would you like to see return?
I would say Anakin, but I kind of don't want to see him ever again at the same time. As a Force ghost or something. It was so bad. I know a lot of people disagree, but let's be honest. Maybe Yoda as a Force ghost. Actually, yeah, I want to see Yoda as a Force ghost.
Yoda is confirmed. Cool. Yoda is confirmed already.
What?
Not
no,
confirmed. Not official, but they have sources on the set that they have seen Frank Oz there and recording Yoda lines.
I wouldn't mind seeing like Yoda,
Why?
maybe Qui-Gon, or not Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan is like a Force ghost. But
yeah, I want to see Yoda and Anakin. I actually had a dream last night that I heard Anakin's Force ghost in the movie.
Well, it's confirmed.
Yeah, maybe. That would be really cool. I have a question here from Sir Puppy Ivan. Will they ever bring back Lando back for the sequels?
I don't think they will, because on like a couple nights ago, Ryan Johnson said like they didn't have enough space for Lando because they've already got like a lot of characters, and if he hasn't returned like this late into the trilogy, I don't think he's gonna return for 9.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we'll see him. Honestly, I'd be kind of disappointed if I saw him. Like you said, there's already a lot of characters, and it would just be kind of like they were just throwing them in there just to throw them in there.
Yeah, I don't know. He's really old right now. Maybe it's pretty boring. I don't know. I like Lando's character, but I don't know if he wants to do it and he really cares about the movies. Then sure, maybe a cameo or something. Okay, we have one question from Papi Ivan who doesn't involve The Last Jedi. Is Darth Maul the Boba Fett of the prequels? What do you guys think?
I don't know. I mean,
Boba Fett was in more than one film.
So yeah, I'd say no. I mean, yeah, Boba Fett was definitely in more than one. So,
one more question from Papi Ivan. Do you think anyone actually wanted a Han Solo movie?
Probably a few people. I must have thought, like, when thinking about, anthology films, like, I don't know, really. Maybe a few people. I didn't really want one, but yeah.
Yeah, I think there's always somebody out there that wants it, but I mean, I personally, that was one of like the last ones on my list that I wanted.
Yeah, I don't care so much about it either, but I'm still gonna watch it because I love Star Wars. But
oh yeah, I'll still like it and hopefully enjoy it, but we'll see. It's not looking promising right now.
It was really low on my list, really low. I can say that.
The idea of it doesn't seem that great, but it's a film made by Lucasfilm. Oh, is it by Disney? And it's a Star Wars film, so it's going to be good anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Is Rey a Binks? No. What do you guys say? No. Oh. Then we have a question from Levi. Would you like to see Anakin, Yoda, or Obi-Wan return? We talked about it before, but can you guys give your opinion again about it?
I feel like if we see Yoda, then we're going to have to see Obi-Wan and Anakin as well. But I don't know if they'd bring Hayden back for that.
Yeah, I can agree. If we're gonna see Yoda, then I think they should bring Obi-Wan and Anakin. But if we didn't see him, I wouldn't really be disappointed.
Yeah, I want to see them all, so I was hoping that we will see them all as Force Ghosts. There is some rumors about maybe Luke have his own like Jedi Council meeting with the Force Ghosts. That would be really cool.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And next question from Levi: thoughts on seeing a funeral memorial for Han Solo in Episode 8?
How are they gonna get his body back?
That's a good question. Yeah, I was gonna say they would burn the body, but then yeah, his body did fall. I don't know. We might see like maybe a quick.
That was
thing
blown
on
up
it.
after.
Yeah, it might see like a quick memorial, but I don't think it'll be much of anything if we even see it.
I don't really think it's that necessary, to be honest.
No,
Plus,
I agree.
Plus, they're in a war with the First Order, so I think the last thing on their mind is a funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah. maybe we'll see if we're gonna see Luke and Leia together. Maybe they're gonna hug and like maybe think about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it'll definitely be mentioned, but
Yeah.
that's about it. Just a quick little mention of it and not much else.
And next question is from the Ranster, Rani. Do you think The Last Jedi represent the Star Wars fandom as well as the other films, or it's starting to be too much, tend towards a fantasy instead of a science fiction?
I think Star Wars has always been more of a fantasy than science fiction anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's always got that sci-fi feel to it, but it's definitely more of a fantasy than I would consider science fiction, of anything, because it's not very science fiction-y.
Yeah, I think she maybe means that they maybe will move out from the thing we know as Star Wars and love as Star Wars. Maybe like the Jedi will end. There's no Sith anymore. Maybe she means it's like that. So I can agree. I can agree in some way what you're saying.
Right. I don't think they'll ever go away from the Jedi and Sith. Like, it kind of seems like it, but I think that'd be a very poor move if they just went away from Jedi and Sith completely.
Wait, what are Kylo Ren and Snoke? Are they just dark side users? Is that what they're going by? So they're not Sith. It's kind of sad to see the Sith go though as well.
Right.
But then if they brought them back, then that whole prophecy with Anakin kind of would have been for nothing. No, I don't think we'll see Sith return.
Oh, I agree. I don't think so either. Yeah, the next question from Papi Ivan is on the same thing. Is Star Wars not more fantasy than sci-fi? And yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's definitely fantasy.
Yeah.
Next question is from Crapslol again. If there were any elements from the series you could use for Episode 8, which should it be? Things like objects like the Black Saber or planets like Mandalore.
I mean,
You're a big Mandalore fan.
I mean, as I say, it would be cool to see planets from Mandalore. I don't think they'll bring any kind of like elements like that in Episode 8, though. Maybe the Black Saber, but that's about it.
We haven't know what happened to Mandalore, so I'm hoping that we will see maybe something from that part of the galaxy in the sequel era. So yeah, we'll have to see.
It would be cool, but I don't know if Rian Johnson will go with that side of it.
Okay, next question from Papi Ivan. Who is the last Jedi?
Luke. Yeah.
Yeah, Luke, of course. Okay, BB-8 or R2-D2?
R2-D2.
Yeah, R2-D2 is classic. I mean, I like BB-8, but R2-D2 is awesome.
Yeah, same R2-D2. BB-8 is fucking ball. Next question from Flace as Star Wars Battlefront. What is your opinion on Reylo?
At first, I was kind of like skeptical about it because, like, in real life, I couldn't see that happening. But now I kind of don't really care about it anymore. I'm not too bothered.
I think we will see something in something like that. I don't know if they're gonna have a real loving relationship, but they clearly gonna be much closer to each other in this movie.
Yeah, I don't think they'll have like a loving relationship, but they'll definitely have some sort of form of relationship.
Yeah. Next question from Solo Boy. What are you looking forward to the most in The Last Jedi?
I'm just looking forward to the questions we had being answered, like, you know, Rey's parentage, and I'm most excited to learn more about Snoke. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, as I say,
actually, is that I don't even know. I'm excited to learn about Luke as well. There's so much to be excited for.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just excited for the whole movie. Honestly, just, you know, another Star Wars movie and answering all the questions that we've had for, you know, the past 2 years, pretty much.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's been a pretty big lead up to this moment, guys. So
I can't believe it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years since the last
It doesn't.
film.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been like 6 months.
Yeah,
Not for me.
it does.
It actually feels like 2 years for me.
It's
Been
been
waiting
by
for
for me.
ages.
Okay, then another question from Solarboy. Opinion on Storm Pilot, Poe and Finn. A gay relationship.
I hope
I
not.
don't think it's necessary. Yeah.
Yeah, not
fuck
just
that.
because it's a boy and a boy, but it's more. I just don't think it's necessary for the movie. Honestly, it's just a distraction.
It'll feel forced. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
really forced. Yeah,
Because
I agree.
they didn't seem like they had any kind of relationship in the Force Awakens. So if they did that, it would just be definitely forced.
I
Yeah.
had a friendly relationship. I'll leave it at that. I wouldn't take it any further.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question from Crafts Law is actually a pretty good one. How much do you think we will see the Porgs since they are comedic relief in a probably dark movie?
Well, we'll see them on Octo, and then we see one on the Millennium Falcon on Crate.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We probably will have to deal with them the whole movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, we'll probably see them a lot more than we want to see them.
Yeah. Solarboy asks next question: Porgs or Ewoks?
I think Ewoks. I've always liked Ewoks.
Can't judge yet because I haven't seen the Porgs, but I'd actually have to say, no, I'm not going to judge. I'll say Ewoks for now, from what I've seen.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm hoping I like them because like BB-8, I hated them when I first saw them, and then I saw the movie and I actually kind of like BB-8, but
Yeah.
these Porgs are really weird looking.
Yeah, the Ewoks is so fucking ugly. I don't like them. I think the Porgs are much cuter in that way. Like, yeah, they were pretty bad done in the in Return of the Jedi.
The Ewoks were savage, man.
Yeah. Let's move on. One more question from Flays at Star Wars Battlefront. So, if Anakin lost his arm in a second prequel movie and Luke lost his arm in a second origin movie, so does that mean that Rey will lose her arm in The Last Jedi?
I don't think she will. I don't know. I've just got a feeling.
If I had to guess if anybody's gonna lose their arm, I think Kylo Ren's gonna lose his
Yeah,
arm.
definitely. It's always a guy that loses his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, he
And
already seems weak. So.
Yeah. And if he doesn't turn to the light side, maybe he's going more Vader-ish type of character, like with the limbs and stuff like that. That would be pretty cool.
Maybe Luke
Yeah.
would lose his hand again.
He
Yeah.
loses his other hand. Oh man.
And next question from Solar Boy. You can just say yes or no to this one. Do you think The Last Jedi can be better than Empire Strikes Back?
Yes.
I think it can be, yeah.
Yeah, I think it can be, but I don't think it will be. But I really hope so.
I honestly think it will be. I know I'm just gonna be let down once I set my expectations so high, but I honestly do think it'll be like the best film of all time for Star Wars.
I
Yeah.
hope so. I really do hope so, but I'm trying to keep my expectations not that high yet.
Yeah, I hope it's gonna be a really good movie. I just want it to be top 3 on my list. Like I have Empire Strikes Back first, and I have the Revenge of the Sith, then Return of the Jedi. So I just hope it's gonna be up there.
But you know the film is like 153 minutes long or something. So
Yeah, it's the longest. Yeah, it's
even-
the longest
even
Star Wars movie.
with all these trailers, it's like we've barely seen anything.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be a crazy movie. All right, guys. So this is going to conclude our podcast of The Last Jedi. Make sure to check out the links in the description. Everybody's channels are in the link in the description. And stay tuned for our next podcast.
Don't forget to like and subscribe the video, guys, and watch StuDog's channel. He makes some great cinematics for Battlefront, and he's an awesome YouTuber.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for coming on with us, StuDog. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I just
before
want to say thanks for having me. I've had a great time, and maybe I can come back. I can come back again one day. Who knows?
Yeah, definitely.
Of course.
Definitely. All right, guys. Peace.